Hey everybody, it's time to swing with Still Swinging, and I'm your host, Thomas. And today, family, we got Dr. Umar Johnson back up. Fellas, I ain't gonna hold you. I ain't seen much of this. Matter of fact, I ain't gonna hold you. I ain't seen it. All right, I seen it in my inbox with a note attached to it. And this the second time he sent it, and he asked me to address it. I got you. We on it. All right, look, fellas. Smash that like button. If you ain't subscribed, make sure you subscribe to the channel because y'all know I be bringing it. Fair use. Look, let's take a walk with this joke. You know what I'm saying? And listen to him tell something.
At the evaluation team meeting, our boys could not be caught up in the school to prison pipeline if it was not for the negligence of black men. It is on us black men. We should always be present and available to go with the mothers of our children, especially the boys. She might can handle the girls on her own. A bottle of water if I can.
It's right down there, doctor.
Oh, thank you. Y'all gave me the little toddler bottle. I love you. But the father should always be there with the mother when it comes to the boys. She will get more respect. She will not be bullied because you're not going to stand for that. And black woman, if you can't take the biological father, take an uncle. If you can't take an uncle, take a cousin. If you can't take a cousin, take a nephew. If you can't take a nephew, I want you to come to Source of Knowledge bookstore and ask one of the queen mothers to find you a black man who will volunteer and go with you to your child's meeting. But black women, you cannot afford to go into a school meeting by yourself. If you can't find no men, take a couple of your sisters, a couple of your girlfriends, a couple of your sorors. There is no limit to how many people can be in a meeting. As you know, they like to gang up on y'all. For one black mother, they'll have 10 white people and 2 coons. I need you to always have somebody on standby. When you go.
See, fellas, this when Dr. Umar Johnson can get a brother like me to pull up and listen to him. All right, because this one I know he know what he's talking about. You feel me? My problem with this dude right here is if you call him, because I seen people already who called on him. All right, and he BS'd them and got money from these people. All right, like fellas, instead of working, he take this opportunity to con people. All right, the man is a fraud. He's a joke. All right, and the problem is he could get you into this fight, a fight that he not in. Fellas, if you listen to this brother talk, knowledgeable brother, he clearly know what he talking about. You feel me? But now, knowing Dr. Umar Johnson, right, I would just have to take his word for it that it would be 10 white people there and 2 token black dudes against one mama. All right, because I never had an experience like that. And I can't say one like that wouldn't arise. All right, and if one like that would arise, I would like for her to have some support. Right, but Dr. Umar get her to believe he'll be the support for her when he don't give a damn. All right, all he want her to do is pay him to, and he gonna say he made some phone calls and some stuff. They don't have no way of knowing whether he really done or not. All right, and they the words from some people who pay him to do this.
Going to the meeting, if they got 7 people, you need to text somebody and say bring 10. They got 10 people, you need to text somebody and say bring 15. You should have as many as they have. The reason they bring so many people to your meeting is to gang up on you and to bully you. So don't go to meetings by yourself. And if that means you gotta postpone it, you postpone it. Well, Dr. Umar, they told me I had to.
Because clearly, you see what I'm saying, fellas? I've been in school for my children, and they telling me stuff that don't make no kind of goddamn sense. All right, and at the time, I was going through that. When Dr. Umar came through, I was going through that with my boys. I would be going up to the school, you know, one of them got into a fight, something, you know what I mean? And you gotta remember, it's 3 of them. It was 4 of them at the time, because my stepson too. You feel me? So I stayed at the school. And even if it wasn't no problems, I would go up to school. All right, just so my boys will know, look, all right, you don't know if I'm going to pop in on you. Keep yourself in line. You know, and sometimes it worked, you know, and sometimes, you know, they just like me. All right, you're going to have to show them. All right, but, yo, I've been in there and they be talking and you be like, yo, y'all sound ridiculous. You know, but, and this when Dr. Umar, when he telling you certain things, it resonate with you, and you're a father and you got black boys and you know what they facing. And here come this chunk.
Today, there's no such thing. Can I say that one more time? There's no such thing as it got to be today. No, it don't. It don't never have to be today. They want it to be today, but it don't have to be today. And you have to stop letting them bully you. Let me ask you a question. When a lawyer has to go to court.
Bro, listen, that's true. They will be talking. See, and that's what I mean. Dude know what he's talking about. Bro, he could work. Ain't nothing wrong with Dr. Umar Johnson. It's calm and easier. Just get his ass up here and talk is easier than actually working. You feel me? Because, bro, I believe at one time he had a vision. He had a vision at one time, fellas.
And the lawyer finds out something new. Does the lawyer go to court, or does the lawyer ask for a rescheduling of the hearing?
He just got lost in one part. The vision take work. All right, not donations. It take work. All right, no. Listen, if he would have just collected himself, listen to the brother, man. He could have really been something. You know what happened? It got hard. Because he visioned it. All right, but it wasn't as easy as the way we vision it, because it never is. All right, it's never that easy. All right, it's going to get hard. That's when you're going to see what you made of. And we saw what he was made of when it got hard. When it got hard, he did what niggas do. He packed it in.
Reschedule.
When it found him something easier to do, scamming, frauding. That way all he got to do is just keep talking.
Black mother, black father, grandmother, grandfather, aunt, uncle, you are the attorney for your child. If you found out something 5 minutes ago and you don't know how to deal with this in the meeting, and you need to have a consultation with Dr. Umar on the phone, then you reschedule it. Remember something. You do not have timelines. The school has timelines. Parents don't have timelines. If they tell you, we need this paper by Friday, that means you should have had it 3 Fridays ago. Are y'all following me? Don't let them put you in the corner and say, you got to sign this today or we won't get our funding. Yes, they will, but they will get in trouble for being late. And I'm telling you, let them get in trouble for being late. Let them be late. So the Department of Education in Trenton, New Jersey will look at.
See, bro, the brother very informative. All right, because listen, I wouldn't doubt for 1 second that he know exactly what he's talking about. All right, that's how he gets you. That's how he gets you, because he know exactly what he's talking about. And if it was some action behind that mouth, we know what he could do. All right, that's why I was so disappointed. All right, that's why this punk, man, bro, he should have been something. He should have been something, but you know what he ain't want to do? He ain't want to get off his ass and get moving. He'd rather just sit on his ass and keep talking. All right, chump.
At Newark City schools suspicious, or look at Montclair or Elizabeth City schools suspicious. Don't let them bully you into signing papers you haven't read and don't understand. And if you find yourself in a meeting with a piece of paper and you don't understand what it means, you can text Dr. Umar. Text me the night before. Try to text me a week before. Say, Dr. Umar, I got this paper. I don't know what this means. And I will.
Dr. Umar, you send me back my goddamn money, punk. Man, you ran this shit on me. That's how he got me, fellas. Right here. With this shit right here. All right, that's what he sold me. That's how he got me to send him my $25. You send me back 30, punk. You hurry up. You hurry up, man. All right, man. I watch him do this shit today, and I take me back, bro, to the Breakfast Club. And it open shit up, bro. I feel like I did it. It was yesterday all over again. All right, bro. This dude right here, bro. I suggest you say that school. You need to say that school, or you send me back my shit. All right, one or the other. All right.
Tell you what it means. So, with that being said, let's start with preschool. Once your child turns 3 years old, they are eligible for special ed services. This is why the hospital tends to discontinue services around 3 years old. The reason your medical insurance likes to cut off speech therapy, the reason your medical insurance likes to cut off physical therapy, the reason your medical insurance likes to cut off occupational therapy is because your child can get those services for free at Newark City Public School or any other public school in America.
Goddamn shame. All right, they standing up there in the blazing heat to hear this buster talk this nonsense about a fight he not in. All right, he couldn't give a damn about it. I believe at one point he did. Right now, it's all about just trying to keep his head above water. All right, because he's swimming. All right, and the shark's on his ass. All right, you know what time it is. All right, Ray doing his dance.
Special education is age 3 to age 21. I repeat, special education is age 3 to age 21. So if your child is graduating from the 12th grade and he still can't read, your daughter graduating from the 12th grade and she still can't count, why in the hell did you let them graduate your children? You call an IEP meeting, you tell them, my daughter is not academically functional or ready to graduate.
Fellas, let me tell you something. A few years back, I did a story on something I saw like that. All right, fellas, this kid, right? He had been failing all his studies. All right, from the time he got to high school to 12th grade. Okay, he failed every single study, but they kept passing him. And then when he got to the 12th grade, they said, hey, we can't graduate this guy because he ain't passed the class in 4 years. He been doing poor, all right, for 4 years. And his mama was on there talking about, so why they bringing it up now? They should let him graduate. You can't bring it up now. And she talking about, I'm a fight. We got to fight, you know, so they can let him graduate. And the only thing I'm thinking is, why do you want him to graduate? He can't pass. All right, he gonna fail in life. You can't allow him to believe. See, but this Dr. Umar, you feel me? But he really not in the fight. He really not in the fight, bro. This lady was charged up, and they had the Fox News there. And she really thought they was on her side, but they was making a mockery of this sister. All right, and in the comments, another one of those baby mamas. You see, the father wasn't around, and you know, and what do you mean she want her son to graduate and he dumb as a box of rocks? Why would she want him to graduate? But and you know, that's the things that we all know. But you see what they think to put on TV to say that we fighting for, that she will be fighting for her son to graduate, knowing he shouldn't be graduating. She still want him to graduate. He should get his award for graduating, even though he ain't done nothing. And I just need to know, how did this lady let the fact that her son ain't done nothing in 4 years slip her? But Dr. Umar, when he said that, it made me think back. You know, yeah, I remember hearing something like that.
My son is not academically functional or ready to graduate. You will continue to implement my child's IEP until they are academically functional on the 12th grade. And your child can continue to get special ed services right here in New Jersey, or Pennsylvania, or New York, or Texas, or Detroit, or Chicago, and I'm naming all those cities because everything I'm telling you right now is federal law. So it applies everywhere in America, the Caribbean islands, the U.S. Virgin Islands, and all other U.S. territories. Stop letting them graduate functionally illiterate special ed children. Black mothers and my fathers, you're going to hear me say mothers a lot. I'm not leaving you out, black man. I appreciate you for fighting for our children.
Fellas, that's the story I was talking about right here.
Son is, I don't know what to do for him.
This coming June is when Tiffany France thought her son would receive his diploma.
And I'm just trying to fight. He like, Mom, what was all this for? What did I do this for? Like, don't he get a chance? Do he get a chance?
But after 4 years of high school, this mom just learned her 17-year-old has to start over. He's been moved back to 9th grade.
Why would he do 3 more years in school? He didn't fail. The school failed him. The school failed at their job. They failed.
She the type of lady that would run to Dr. Umar. Okay, convinced that she a victim and that the school failed her son instead of that she failed her son. And you think Dr. Umar would tell her who really failed her son, or did you think he would get our money?
They failed. That's the problem here. They failed. They failed. He didn't deserve that.
France's son attends Augusta Fells Savage Institute of Visual Arts in West Baltimore. His transcripts show in 4 years, he has passed just 3 classes, earning 2.5 credits, which places him in 9th grade. But France says she didn't know that until February. She has 3 children and works 3 jobs.
You see how they sitting here in her mind, she believed they on her side. All right, anybody hearing this story, this lady don't know she a cold mess. All right, but this the kind of lady that will listen to Dr. Umar and pay him.
Thought her oldest son was doing well because even though he failed most of his classes, he was being promoted. His transcripts show he failed Spanish 1 and Algebra 1, but was promoted to Spanish 2 and Algebra 2. He also failed English 2, but was passed on to English 3.
Fellas, when you from where I'm from, that's not uncommon. That's not uncommon. You know how many dudes I know kept passing and he don't know nothing. I'm talking about nothing. All right, teachers scared of them. They just want them out of their class. He don't do nothing in here. I ain't make it to the next grade. Yeah, they scared of them. They just keep passing them.
I'm just assuming that if you are passing, that you have the proper things, you know, to go to the next grade.
You don't assume nothing about your child. All right, that's your child. And it's not the school job to save them, it's yours. It's not the school job, it's yours.
And, you know, the right grades, you have the right credits.
As we dig deeper into her son's records, we can see in his first 3 years at Augusta Fells, he failed 22 classes and was late or absent 272 times. But in those 3 years, only one teacher requested a parent conference, which France says never happened.
Let me tell you, that's the kind of school it is. Okay, and if she requested a parent conference, how would she know? He ain't gonna tell her about the parent conference, and if he do, she ain't gonna go. All right, she's sitting here fighting for her son to graduate, and he don't know nothing. He gonna fail in life, but she still think he need to go and be and get out in the world, and he don't know nothing. All right, it just don't make no sense, fellas. But in my opinion, and my honest opinion, all right, listen, when a lady like that listen to Dr. Umar, he had let her believe she a victim to get her money. All right, we call it pandering, fellas. We call it pandering. All right, because he wouldn't dare tell her the truth. All right, he would go ahead and not do nothing and just get our money.
Functionally illiterate special ed children. Black mothers and my fathers, you're going to hear me say mothers a lot. I'm not leaving you out, black man. I appreciate you for fighting for our children. But it's usually the mothers. So I'm going to say mother. I need black mothers to stop getting frustrated and pulling your special ed child out of the charter school. Pulling your special ed child out of the public school. That is a mistake. Well, Dr. Umar, he wasn't learning. So why did we take him to due process? Dr. Umar, they misdiagnosed him. So why did we get an independent eval? Dr. Umar, I didn't like the school. So why did we call an IEP meeting and ask for a private school? Stop taking special ed kids out of school.
Fellas, I just need you to understand something. That woman we just saw, right? How do Dr. Umar Johnson really talk some sense into a lady like that? He can't. He can't. There's no way to talk some sense into a lady like that. So he had just rob her. Make her believe she right. All right. And they the kind of women who come and support Dr. Umar. All right, ladies like that, them special victims. And who believe the problem is everybody else. So he always got a base. He always got a market. You understand? He always got an avenue to push his scheme to. All right, it's a fight that he don't care nothing about. That's why he always got the victimology on display. And he talked to the mothers. Mothers like the one that just came off, who is a victim, if you let her tell it. Because it's somebody else's responsibility to know her child been failing for the last 4 years, just not hers. She just assumed. She ain't take a look at none of his report cards in 4 years. What chance do you think you got of getting a lady like that to go up to the school board, to call in with her, to go in with her concern about her child still don't know nothing, and he can't even perform basic enough arithmetic just to pass these classes. He rarely here. Okay, you got him home on a video game. and he been failing all of his studies. You seen him on that screen. He was on a video game, playing a video game, and he failing all his studies because ain't no man around. Because it ain't no way you would convince a man that he need to be on the video game and he failing all his goddamn studies. That mean he done enough goddamn playing.
Leave them in, call me, and you fight. Special ed children have more rights than regular children. Let me say it again. Special ed children have more rights than regular children. Special ed children get more money than regular children. So if they got more rights than regular children, if they get more money than regular children, why did you pull them out? Once you pull them out, it's no longer the school's fault, it's yours now. Once you pull them out, it's no longer the IEP team's fault, it's your fault now. You don't take special ed children out of school. You leave them in, you call me, and we fight. Now.
Yeah, you leave him in, you call him, you pay him, he ain't going to do shit. All right. I already seen what the lady said. All right. Listen, the lady said they did what he just said. Said, all right, he charge him up. Okay. And then he stopped. He start ignoring them. And then he want money every time they call.
Let's talk about autism. One thing I like about New Jersey, in addition to the beautiful women, cut it out. Stop. I just got out my second scandal. Stop. Listen.
See, right. They know him. All right, they know us. They know him well. All right, I know what the boy up to. Trust me.
What I like about New Jersey is New Jersey has a medical exemption law for vaccinations. In the state of New
I got something for your ass, boy. I can't wait to run into you. Bro, listen, you like to send me that 30. Don't you dare try to send me 25. All right, yeah, I know I sent you 25. I jacked the number up. That was a long ass time ago. And you know I wanted my shit. I emailed you. I Facebooked you. I DM'd you. And I know he act like he don't hear me, man. He hear me. He know I've been told him about my goddamn money. So I jacked the number up. And you send me 30. If you send me 25, I'm gonna act like you ain't send me shit. Boy, you send me all my shit. I'm telling you, when I see you, you're going to talk to me. You think you're going to walk by me and you know you owe me something. Man, I'm not that kind of dude. I'm not him.
New Jersey, you have a no contest medical exemption for vaccinations. You know what that means? In New Jersey.
Oh, E5 Tunde done threw me in the street. Okay, yeah, he just threw me out there. All right, I could have got hit by a car. All right, a bus could have just, anything could have happened. All right, I done picked myself up out the street. All right, man, listen, this boy with this shit, this how he got my money. Right here, talking this shit. All right.
All you have to do is write a letter and get it notarized stating that my child will not take vaccinations because it goes against my religious beliefs. You don't have to name a religion.
And see, even on display, all right, and I think he a cold clown. I think he's still very informative, even right here. Even if you could get, if let's just say, if somebody was paying him some attention, he clearly know what he's talking about. All right, but he ain't in no kind of fight. Nothing. He only in tongue.
You don't have to cite a scripture. You don't have to list a church. You simply have to say, it goes against my religious beliefs. I take full responsibility for my child being vaccinated, and they have my permission to continue to attend public school. You get it notarized. you give it to the New Jersey charter school or the New Jersey public school, and your child can go to school without vaccination. That means we shouldn't have no black boys with autism in New Jersey. But we got a lot of black boys with autism in New Jersey. And guess what is the shot that's causing the autism? MMR. Measles, mumps, and rubella. Stop giving your sons the MMR shot because it interacts with the melanin and the neurology of black boys to the point where even the whistleblowers from the Center for Disease Control say that black boys are more likely than white boys to get autism from these vaccinations. Stop vaccinating. 40 years.
See, now, knowing Dr. Umar, I would have to check that. I couldn't just take his word for that. I would have to check all this shit for real now. But before, you know what I'm saying? I would assume he might know what he's talking about. All right, and think I learned something new. All right, and then one day I might run it by somebody and they'll be like, no, that's not how that go. And then you looked at, then that'll prompt you to look it up. And then you'll find out E5 Tunde, he was just, one of his ploys, you know what I'm saying? The strike fear in the ladies, and think that this shot going, you got to check behind this dude. You can't just take his word. And I'm not saying he lying, fellas. I'm just saying you just can't take that to be fact because E5 Tunde said it. I wouldn't take none of this shit he say to be nothing. Shit.
Years ago, you didn't have an autistic classmate. Anybody in here who graduated high school before 1990, you probably never had an autistic classmate your whole life, kindergarten through 12th. Well, guess what? If your child go to school today,
bro, I know my kindergarten through 12th, bro. I didn't even know what that was. If you would have said somebody had that, I would have knew what that meant. All right, I just recently, maybe in the last 25 years, something like 20, maybe 25, 30 years been hearing of that.
Okay? They get at least one autistic classmate every single year because of the damn vaccinations. Stop vaccinating your children. There's no evidence that they work. In fact, there's evidence that vaccinated children are less healthy than unvaccinated children. I live in Pennsylvania. In Pennsylvania, we have it even better than New Jersey. Expense. You find a psychologist, they pay for the eval. Let me say it again. You find a psychologist, they pay for the eval. Let me say it one more time. This is your right. You find a psychologist, they pay for the eval. I'm giving you your rights. White people use their rights. Black people don't.
See, if you find Dr. Umar, they'll pay him to do the eval. Okay, he bro, listen. I don't know. I would be dancing with that assessment all day long. All right, listen, I couldn't take this dude word for nothing.
So that's fake, appropriate, free and appropriate. If you don't think the education is appropriate, if you don't think the IEP is appropriate, if you don't think the services are appropriate, call an IEP meeting and demand a change. And if they don't want to make a change, you get in contact with Trenton Department of Special Ed for the state of New Jersey and you file a due process complaint against Newark City Public Schools, Trenton City Public Schools, Jersey City Public Schools, Montclair, Patterson Public Schools.
You see what I'm saying? And they'd rather just pay him to do it. And he ain't gonna do it. He ain't gonna do nothing. He gonna take their money and give them a bunch of more talk.
And you fill out the complaint. My child go to school in Newark. He has a learning disability. He still can't read. He's not getting the right help. He's not getting enough help. Blah, blah, blah. And I want him to go to a private school. APS, approved private school. APS. The law says if you can prove that your child's school district is not properly educating your special ed child, they have to pay for your special ed child to go where? To an approved private school. This is the law. These are your rights. Two more things that I want to wrap up. LRE and psychiatric meds, and I'm in. LRE, least restrictive environment. LRE, least restrictive environment. Do y'all know what this means? Your child cannot be in special ed any longer than what is absolutely necessary in order to learn. I'm going to say it again. Your child cannot be in special ed any longer than what is absolutely necessary to learn. I'm going to use this rainbow gang flag that they put here. Disrespectful shit, but stay in. So we got orange, yellow, green, and blue. I'm going to give you the 4 levels of special ed. Your child is orange, that's resource. He gets pulled out of the regular class for a little bit of help. That's the lowest level of special ed support, resource. And then you have itinerant. This child gets pulled out for a little bit more help. Itinerant service, resource. This child is up here, green, part-time special ed. They spend half of their instruction.
See, bro, I wouldn't have so much of a problem with Dr. Umar if he didn't tell you he would help. If he would just say this and be informative and not lead you to believe if you pay him, he'll help you, then I would have no problem with him. All right? Listen, bro, the dude a fraud. Complete fraud. He ain't about none of this shit. He just talking.
Day away from regular children in the special ed class.
See, the thing is, he know. All right, they paying him for them to, he know. All right, but the problem is, he telling you he'll fight for you. All right, and no, he ain't gonna fight for you. He gonna swindle you.
And the blue is full-time. Resource, low. Itinerant, low, but a little more. Part-time, half the instructional day. Full-time, all day. Everybody with me? Let me ask you a question. Should Dr. Umar ever hear that your child is in special ed full-time? No. Do you know why I should never hear you tell me that? Because there's no disability. There's no disability. There's no disability where you can explain why a child is in special ed all day. Reading disability, you don't need to be in there all day. Autism, you don't need to be in there all day. NAV disability, you don't need to be in there all day. Intellectual disability, you don't need to be in there all day. Very few children should be in special ed all day. Now, who goes to special ed all day? The deaf kids. They go to a school for the deaf. They are around deaf kids all day. Who goes to special ed all day? The blind kids. They go to a school for the blind. They are around blind kids all. So, okay, medication. Ritalin is crack. Adderall is crack. Cycler is crack. Metadate is crack. Can somebody tell me why you putting your child on drugs to learn about Abraham Lincoln? Why is your child taking drugs to learn the Star Spangled Banner?
Fellas, that's the kind of stuff that sold me on Dr. Umar. All right, because I agreed with him 100%. I ain't no shit. All right, I ain't no shit. Because, yo, some of them have a lot of those young guys performing a lot better. And not just the knowing Abraham Lincoln. All right, see, he full of shit right there. He don't know what he talking about. And I'm not saying that it's warranted in every case. No. But in some cases, it's statistically proven to help the kids achieve. All right, but he don't go through that progression of it with you. He just needs you to buy into this. Anything that'll get you to pay him to fight for something.
You don't need drugs to get a driver's license. You don't need drugs to get a college degree. You don't need drugs to work, but your baby.
And fellas, I'm not saying they all need it. I'm saying some of them do. Some of them do. Some of them, it helped them. It really helped them. And some of them, fellas, I hear the stories of how it helped them. And some of them, it didn't.
5, 6, and 7 needs medication to get an education. You know why they need drugs? Because white women don't want to be bothered with black boys. That's why they need drugs. Ain't nothing wrong with your son. He's a normal, healthy African child.
Now, fellas, that's a natural truth. All right, it's a complete culture difference. And, you know, a lot of times these ladies don't have time for your son, not your son.
Nothing wrong. The problem is he's being educated by a narcissistic, psychopathological, I don't give a damn white woman from the suburbs who's only teaching in Newark.
That's why it's so important for you to teach your children how to behave. You to let your children know what you expect of them. All right, damn the school, what you expect of them. All right, because the school not here to teach your child how to behave. That's your job. They here to educate them. Yo, I've been up to school, right? Just on a whim, just checking in. And I see ladies going at it with them ladies. And they upset because the school keep calling them about their child. And I'm thinking, like, it's not the school job to teach a child how to behave. It's yours. They just here to educate them.
To pay her mortgage. Your son.
And when your child being a problem, they gonna call you. All right? Because their job not to correct them, it's yours.
Is not the problem, his teacher is. Let me say it again. Your son is not the problem, his teacher is. Now, I'm gonna help the snow.
You see how you get that lady with guys like him telling them your son is not the problem, the teacher is. All right, your son is not the problem, the school is. Call me. All right, who you think that lady that I showed you gonna call? Huh? Fellas, who you think this lady right here will call? This lady right here, who you think she would call?
I don't know what to do for him.
This coming June is when Tiffany France thought her son would receive his diploma.
And I'm just trying to fight. He like, Mom, what was all this for? What did I do this for? Like, don't he get a chance? Do he get a chance?
But after 4 years of high school, this mom just learned her 17-year-old has to start over. He's been moved back to 9th grade.
Why would he do 3 more years in
Fellas, you see he's sitting here playing video games.
school? He didn't fail. The school failed him. The school failed at their job. They failed. That's the problem here. They failed. He didn't deserve that.
France's son attends Augusta Fells Savage Institute of Visual Arts in West Baltimore. His transcripts show in 4 years, he has passed just 3 classes, earning 2.5 credits, which places him in 9th grade.
Now, he ain't passed the class, or he passed 2 classes. All right, and his mama don't know this. All these years, she never took a look at his report card. All right. And she talking like he achieved something. All for what? If and she sound like he a victim. And she still want him to graduate and he don't know nothing. And she got a problem with the school.
But
and Dr. Umar go tell her, no, it's not her fault.
France says she didn't know that until February. She has 3 children and works 3 jobs. She thought her oldest son was doing well because even though he failed most of his classes, he was being promoted. His transcripts show he failed Spanish 1 and Algebra 1, but was promoted to Spanish 2 and Algebra 2. He also failed English 2.
Keep in mind, fellas, this is not uncommon where I'm from. All right, this happens all the time where I'm from, for whatever reason. All right, I know guys that, listen, they were scared of him. They want him to just pass him. He a problem. All right, because ain't no way he passed. He don't do nothing. And he just keep back. They scared of him. He a problem. All right, for whatever reason, they just keep passing him. All right, and then you find out, like, because it's a lot of parents like this. They don't care nothing about what he doing as long as he ain't getting on their nerves.
But was passed on to English 3.
I'm just assuming that if you are passing, that you have the proper things, to go to the next grade. And, the right grades, you have the right credits.
Lady, you don't assume shit when it come to your child. All right, all right, it's your job to check on them. It's your job to say, why are you passing my son if he failing? That's the questions you were supposed to have been asking the school the whole way. All right, it's called you don't got time for this. And now, some kind of way you a victim. And that's not the case, baby girl.
As we dig deeper into her son's records, we can see in his first 3 years at Augusta Fells, he failed 22 classes and was late or absent 272 times. But in those 3 years, only one teacher required.
He was late or absent 272 times. He playing video games. You see, he's 17 years old. He done been failing all his classes. She noticed, and he on TV playing video games. She think the news here on her side. They making a mockery of her, all right, and us as a culture, because that's what they'll put on TV, on display. All right, and then they'll show you all the people running to her, the ghetto in the comments run to her rescue and talk about how she a victim, and and the people just looking at them like they crazy, and that's what they try to get a vision of that represent as a representation of our culture. Well, and Dr. Umar Johnson, he feed this.
Requested a parent conference, which France says never happened. No one from the school told this mother her son was failing.
I'm gonna keep it a buck. There's about 12 black boys in Newark, New Jersey who need their ass whipped. I'm gonna keep it a buck. Most of y'all kids, they normal, they regular, the teacher can't keep up. But there's about 12 of them, because I didn't work with them. They have never been taught to sit still a day in their life. All they know is rap music, basketball, football. Don't say nothing to me because my mama come fight you. Them 12, they need to come to FDMG. We're going to have a lock-in. You ain't going home for a week, little boy. Sit your ass down. Now, I want to close with this.
Yo, it's crazy that he say that, because fellas, when my son was younger, I had to leave and go do a bid. I was gone for probably about 20 months, right? Almost 2 years. And bro, when I came back, my son was a different kid. Bro, you know how long it took me to rein my son back in? Bro, I learned that, bro, you'll lose them fast. All right, you gotta stay on top of them. All right, thank God it was only the 20 months, and I was back in time to get back and get them back on it.
When I was school hunting in 2017, 2016, 2015, I looked at a school in Newark, New Jersey. It was being rented by a European Jew. I was going to rent the school. Our school was almost in Newark. Y'all don't know this, but you know now. And then the European Jew, no disrespect to the Jewish people, that he looked me up and found out who I was and said, we cannot rent to you. I'm saying all that to say that when we open up the Marcus Garvey Elementary School of the FDMG Academy, as soon as it's ready, we're going to start looking for the next school location. Are y'all following me? So for those of y'all who do real estate in New Jersey, I don't care if it's Newark, Trenton, Camden, Jersey City, my realtors in particular, I need you to find me a nice little school. I don't need no castle. That's a money drain. We don't want no damn castle. I don't want Eastside High Pastor. No! Get me a school that got about 25, no more than 25 rooms. 25 rooms. I don't need 50. 25 or less. If you find a school, Dr. Umar, they got 12 classrooms. Give me. Dr. Umar, we found a little school in Newark. It got 15 classrooms. Give me. But if we can find us a nice little school, they're not charging but a half mil, quarter mil, something around there, we can work with them. Y'all feel?
Bro, how that? See what I'm saying? This chump. All right, fellas, if he could do that, he could say the school he got. All right, how can you work with 500,000, quarter million, and you can't even pay the taxes? Where you at? Bro, you a joke. You send me back my money, pump. Man, I ain't playing with you. Yo, bro, man, you send me my shit. You send it to me.
Because once we open up the first school, the rest of them are going to start popping like.
Man, y'all send me this punk, man. And y'all know, I see what I'm saying? Now, y'all, I bet you seen it. You knew he was going to do this. You knew he was going to do this. This chump right here. Man, you get your ass somewhere, boy.
Popcorn. Do y'all feel me? They say the first one is the hardest one. And the only thing we got left to do in the first one is what? Put the tile down. And by the way, if they
yo, his pipes and wires and shit sticking out everywhere. He talking about all they gotta do is put the tile down. And I know he been putting the tile down for at least a couple years. At least I've been hearing him talk about this same goddamn put the tile down. Yo, how many funds did he have for to put the tile down? And he still ain't got the tile down. All right, and he got notes on it. He got to get the hell out. Yeah, you're gonna find another begging zone. All right, because they're gonna tell your punk ass you can't stand right here no more. You 5-2. What you gonna do then? What you gonna do then? Jump.
Anybody here who does tile or sells the tile? Listen to me, Newark. It's the only thing we got left to do in the school. Put the tile on the concrete. So if there's any brothers and sisters here who lay it or know where we can buy it for a reasonable price.
Now you send me my shit. All of it. All right, I'm getting ready to jack the number up. Man, you better hurry up. You better hurry up, man. This dude, man. This dude, man. Bro. I wish you just jump back in the bush. All right. For real, man. You're supposed to be doing the walk of shame right now, bro. All right, you got your pride. You looking proud. And what? You don't have no shame, man. All right, the junkie in you just can't. You can't get away from him. He just told us he looking for a $500,000 school. All right, the boy can't even keep the school he got, and it ain't nowhere near that kind of money.
Let me know you got my number. We ready to move now. If you call me today, Dr. Umar, I got a tile supplier and I lay tile. What you gonna charge me to cover up these 12 floors? Let's go.
Let me tell you something, bro. If it was that son, he'd have been had that shit done. All right. Boy, you a J, certified junkie. Boy, you get your ass somewhere.
Once the tile done, we applying for certificate of occupancy. We done, y'all. Tile and done. So find me somebody who do tile. And ladies, if you lay tile, we can have a nice little tile party.
Bro, listen, I just like to lay my hands not on your pockets, man. All right, and just get my $30 back. I would be fine. I wouldn't. No, I wouldn't. I still wouldn't like you. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't like you at all, man. Shh. You send me through these changes, man. You make these comments and when you're speaking, and I sent you something, man. You know what I mean? And if you got 500,000 for the new school, that means you got my 30. And I know you know I want it. All right, listen, bro. Listen, I ain't playing with you, E5 Tunde. Maybe you think, you know, there's some kind of, man, listen, if I run across you, I'm telling you, you're going to talk to me. No, you're not going, none of that shit. None of it. All right, listen, E5 Tunde, you might make out better saving the school. If you ain't going to send me that $30, you save the school, punk. You save that school and you open it up. Or don't you run into me.
At ease. So I want to close with a story.
You send that 30, or you say that school and you open it, punk. All right, that's it. That's the deal. That's it. It ain't no other way. All right, because when I see you, we gonna talk. My daddy say two mountains may never meet, but two men will, Dr. Umar. And I honestly believe that because it held true my whole life. All right, Dr. Umar, by the time I run across you, you know what I'm saying? I need to be a little $30 heavier, or you're going to be $30 lighter.
The takeover came, and that's when he put his wife's name on it. A lot of HBCUs got a tricky financial history.
Boy, I just see the shit stains on my sock, leaving my shoe in his ass. It's like, I'm just playing, fellas. I ain't gonna get violent with him. But he coming up off that. He got to give me that. I don't care how that gotta go. I got to have that back. Bro, this dude got 6 degrees. He need to have his ass in somebody's classroom. He don't come out here playing with me. No. You take that shit to them people. That lady, you don't bring that shit. Man, what the hell wrong with you? Boy, you sit your ass still. You stay your ass on the porch in the yard. Puppies don't come out the yard. What the hell you doing, man? Man, you send me my shit, punk. You think I'm playing with you. I know you do, E5 Tunde. All right, yeah, okay.
A lot of these white financiers, which is why a lot of them don't like to get out of hand.
Man, you really want to go through something about that? I mean, I don't care. You know what I'm saying? Listen, I ain't all stabbed up and shot up and these knuckles all busted up because I give a damn about getting down, bro. No, that's not how I got like this. All right, listen, you owe me something, you're going to talk to me, and that's all to it. All right, yeah, I know. No, that $30 right there got to come back. I don't know what you did with everybody else shit, but that right there, I'm gonna have to have that.
Feel me? That white money controls the HBCU. I still love them, but we just need to understand. Yeah, we still gotta support them because even though HBCUs are only 3% of all colleges, they are 80% of our.
I ain't never claimed to be a nice guy. All right, I ain't never claimed to be no shit like that. All right, so don't you run that shit on me. All right, but listen, he owe me something. All right, no, I don't want to do nothing with him. I just want mine back. That's it. You know what I'm saying? He don't owe me nothing. All right, now he get on about his goddamn business. I don't care nothing about that punk. He do what he do. But he owe me mine. I want that back. Whatever he did with everybody else, he buying dashikis and painting shit with my no. You give me that back. All right, I gave you that. You say you was gonna open up the school, punk. You ain't open up the school. All right, you say the school and open it up. All right, you don't owe me nothing. We ain't got nothing to talk about. All right, I still don't like it.
Doctors, 80% of our lawyers, 80% of our engineers. So there will be no black middle class without the HBCU. We just gotta fight and make them better. The problem with a lot of them, they not keeping up with the.
Won't you just get the one you got and make that one better? Don't talk about the HBCU, punk. All right, the HBCU, listen, they gonna do what it do. We talking about you and my goddamn money too, punk. Nah, you fraud. Boy, listen, he a lame, suck a duck. All right, run this shit on people. All right, people who believe in this dude. All right, they believe, because I believed in them at one time. All right, I thought he was in this fight, fellas. He ain't in this shit. All right, he a punk. All right, he do the shit losers do. All right, tuck his tail and run. All right, when this shit go and get tough, he find something easier to do. You know how I go. Them Negroes. Yeah, he one of them Negroes. All right, you know when the going get tough, the tough get going, he get his ass somewhere. He get out of here, he beat it, scram. He go find himself something easier to do. That's who you listening to. He 5-tune date, sucker ass.
Times. You feel me? That's the problem. So, John D. Rockefeller created the Rockefeller General Board of Education. Everybody got a homework assignment. Go home and look up the Rockefeller Board of Education. And guess what that was about? Making sure America's school.
You don't get nobody no home assignment, punk. Who the hell you think you? Bro, you ain't talking to no kids. All right, they grown ass people in there. Ain't nobody gonna listen to you. All right, you get your ass, you get you another degree. All right, you get your ass in somebody's class and you get you another degree. You got 6, you get you 2 more. All right, you get you 2 more. You do it now. You shut up. All right, you go clean that house up. All right, you go get your mama right. All right, you go talk to your baby. All right, you do something with yourself. Now you get lost, punk.
Schools didn't teach any subject that threatened their economic dominance. Did y'all hear what I just said? If you want to know why your kids don't get rid